When the train pulls in, the waiting passengers launch an assault, resulting in a crush at every door. Even second-class AC, which is usually an oasis of calm and peace, is a pitched battle. Everyone is fighting to board, and there is nothing for it but to join the fray. We check the passenger list glued to the door as we squeeze through, but I can't see our names. We get on and fight our way through to the seats. The carriage is crowded and chaotic. We have large rucksacks and camera bags. Fun it is not, either for us or the people we sideswiped with our luggage. When we get to our seats, they're occupied. We tell them to move, as these are our seats, but they stare at us and don't budge. We ask to see their tickets. No reaction. We fight our way off the train, and it is a fight. Keith yells from behind. He's found a ticket inspector. Fantastic. He'll sort this mess out. We explain the situation with the seats and the interlopers. He seems to understand, and we all head back to the carriage. He unlocks and opens the shutter before ushering us through into the carriage we just fought our way out of, and the people we just fought our way past to do it. Hi, we're back. We were expecting the inspector to sort out the interlopers in our seats. However, we hear the sound of the shutter closing and look back just in time to see it hit the floor with the inspector still on the other side. Well, there you go. That's that sorted. Thanks, mate. We fight our way back to our seats to find the Rajasthani women are still in place. Hi, remember us? They smile this time, but still don't move. Tickets Please by Phil Wingfield. Stalag Om, Prayagraj, February 12, 2013. Our sentence is served, and we are being released from our plasterboard cell in Stalag Om. Commandant Shakti, the company rep, agrees begrudgingly to organise a cab for us to the station. When it turns up, 30 minutes late, we find that we are sharing it with the diminutive French lady and her trolley case, plus the 3-man Canadian film crew and all their gear. The vehicle is way too small. The lady and the film crew, plus equipment, just about fit in the back. Keith and I share the front passenger seat. Thank you, Commandant Shakti and the company. You have been absolute pants. But little did we know that this particular shafting was not finished. The journey to the station was a rather torturous and gruelling 90 minutes. It would have been quicker to walk. But we are there in plenty of time. However, quite frankly, it's amazing the station is even open, because only yesterday a change of departure platform caused a stampede over a footbridge. Some railings gave way, 36 people died and 40 were injured. But this is Allahabad Junction during the Kumbh, and to close it would cause chaos. The bodies were covered and removed as quickly as possible, but only the platform was taken out of service. Everywhere else in the station, it was business as usual. I'm a little uneasy crossing the bridges, and the platforms are overcrowded. By some miracle, we managed to find a seat from where we could easily see the indicator board, and watch as our train's arrival time receded ever further away. And it wasn't only ours. Overcrowding and delayed trains were contributory factors in yesterday's stampede. Over the station tannoy comes the announcement that our train is now arriving at a different platform. Hundreds of passengers surge upstairs and onto the bridges. Overcrowding and a sudden change of platform sending people surging onto a bridge, the exact ingredients for yesterday's disaster. Or mishap, as the TV national news actually reported it. I can see history repeating itself. We join the crowds on the footbridge, but keep well away from the railings. When the train pulls in, the waiting passengers launch an assault, resulting in a crush at every door. Even second-class AC, which is usually an oasis of calm and peace, is a pitched battle. Everyone is fighting to board. This is because many people have unreserved tickets, which means they can get on any train, but they have to stand or sit on the floor. We have tickets for reserved seats, but we have to get to them first. Waiting for the mayhem to die down is pointless, and there is nothing for it but to join the fray. Our carriage is B2. We check the passenger list glued to the door as we squeeze through, but I can't see our names. Blocking the door, to everyone's annoyance, we recheck just to be sure. Still no names. We review a third time for insane misspellings. No Wingfield, no Harris, no Seinfeld, no Harassed. Nothing. Our names are not on the list. We get on and fight our way through to the seats as detailed on our printout. The carriage is crowded and chaotic. We have large rucksacks and camera bags. Fun it is not, either for us or the people we sideswiped with our luggage. When we get to our seats, they're occupied. A group of Rajasthani women occupy the entire compartment. We tell them to move, as these are our seats, but they stare at us and don't budge. We ask to see their tickets. No reaction. It occurs to me that this train has a slip route. The main destination is Jodhpur. We are on the slip route to Bikaner. The train will split and go to 2 different destinations. Now, all Indian trains have numbers. Slip route trains have 2. So maybe there is a second carriage B2. We fight our way off the train, and it is a fight. In a bit of a panic, I speed walk down the platform in search of the second carriage B2. Keith yells from behind. He's done one better and found a ticket inspector. Fantastic. He'll sort this mess out. We explain the situation with the seats and the interlopers. He seems to understand, and we all head back to the carriage. As the train is about to depart, the inspector takes us into carriage B3. It is way less crowded, and I wish we could swap. But he keeps going to the end of the carriage, where the way through to B2 is blocked by a pull-down metal shutter. Oh, that is a shame. We'll just have to stay here. But unfortunately, he has a key. He unlocks and opens the shutter before ushering us through into the carriage we just fought our way out of, and the people we just fought our way past to do it. Hi, we're back. We were expecting the inspector to sort out the interlopers in our seats. However, we hear the sound of the shutter closing and look back just in time to see it hit the floor with the inspector still on the other side. Well, there you go. That's that sorted. Thanks, mate. We fight our way back to our seats to find the Rajasthani women are still in place. Hi, remember us? They smile this time, but still don't move. Another passenger comes to our rescue and offers to check our tickets online. Now we're getting somewhere. But he says that our tickets are numbers 1 and 2 on a waiting list. There, see? What? What wait list? But the paperwork says they're confirmed. Surely there's some mistake. See, there, confirmed. But here's the sucker punch. The passenger shows me his phone, and there we are. Numbers 1 and 2 on the wait list. And on this massively oversubscribed train, that means precisely nothing. Well, actually, it doesn't mean nothing. It means that with a mere 18 hours and 50 minutes of a 19-hour journey remaining, we have no seats. I smell the stench of the company. The company. The f***ing company. I thought my hatred for those f***ing weasels could not run any f***ing deeper. A different inspector comes through checking tickets. He checks the tickets held by the women in our former seats, and they leave. Okay, so the seats weren't theirs either. So why did they not move for us? But sod it. We paid for these seats and we're going to sit here until this mess is sorted out. In the following hours, our ticket debacle spreads throughout the train. Inspectors come and go. They scrutinise the paperwork, make phone calls, and talk to other passengers. In the end, pretty much every official on the train, all the way to the chief inspector, gets involved in some way or another. The only train operative we don't get to see is the driver. The chief inspector calls the ticketing agent, who apologises for the mess-up. Our tickets, it appears, have been cancelled and resold. That's not a mess-up. That's a scam. F***ing company. Commandant Shatki, Rogan Josh, and that f***ing company. The inspectors, along with one of the passengers who bought our resold tickets, discussed the issue in the adjacent compartment. After a while they all come back and the Chief Inspector delivers the verdict. Although we are the victims of a mistake or a scam, depending on your view, we are getting fined. It's a rank miscarriage of justice, but pay the fine and we can stay on the train. That's it though, no seat, no bunk, just stay on the train. It's better than nothing, just. Alternatively, we could get off at the next stop and take our chances. Or we could refuse to pay and get taken off at the next stop by the railway police. But at least we get a bed that way. It's not that we don't have the cash. I just resent paying out money that could be much better spent on hired assassins. Fucking company. Currently, we still have somewhere to sit, but only because the rightful ticket holder chooses not to enforce the fact that the bench we sit on is now his bunk. This was very much appreciated. At Jaipur station, our benefactor finds a compartment with only one occupant further along the carriage. We don't know how long it will last, but there are still 9 hours to go, and it's a chance to lie down. We drag our sacks down the train and into the compartment before drawing the curtains and preparing to repel boarders. Or repel consciousness, one of the two. Postscript. No one turned up to claim the bunks, and we were good all the way to Bikaner. Our fine, incidentally, was 3,118 rupees. Yeah, 3,118 rupees. So why not 3,000? Why not 3,500? 3,118. It's just bizarre. And finally, even 10 years on, thoughts of the company still engenders feelings of murderous rage. Tickets Please was written and read by Phil Wingfield.